Welcome to FOMO Consulting for your daily AMC stock analysis video on Wednesday, August 18th. Ladies and gentlemen, $37.50 is the gateway to 40, and we have to get through it, past it, and over it. The apes are winning, the diamond hands are winning, most importantly, the retail investors winning. So if you find this video informative and entertaining, please like, share, certainly comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It's a newer channel, and I'd appreciate the support. Let's get into the video. Thank you as always to each and every one of you who has liked, shared, commented, and subscribed. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you very much. Let's start with a quote. Where the loser saw barriers, the winner saw hurdles. Certainly that 37.50 has been a stubborn barrier. Hopefully, overall, we will turn it into a hurdle. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know it was a bad close to the trading day. Everything sold off, lots of hard selling off after apparently the large institutions, large investors had a chance to digest the Fed meeting notes. Certainly drug down a lot of stocks, including AMC. The S&P was down 47, Dow was down a whopping 382, NASDAQ down 130, and the Russell, which AMC is a part of, down 18. You can see basically the straight down drop around 330. They just didn't like what they saw, and the reason is because the Fed is planning to start reducing asset purchases by the end of the year, essentially reverse repos. There is no link between tapering and potential interest rate hikes. As it stands right now, interest rates should remain near zero for the remainder of the year. But overall, obviously, there was some dissension in the ranks, some debate about that. Whatever the reason is, the market sold off. The big investors did not like what they saw. Crypto is feeling the effects pretty much of broader market, just a lot of selling pressure everywhere. But overall, not too terribly bad, down 1 to 2%. Bitcoin that did break the 45,000 mark in the 44s now. Doge is slightly below 30 cents, at least at the time of this recording. Ethereum's hovering around 3,000. Overall, it's not uncommon, obviously, for these cryptos to kind of sell off during the week and then kind of pump over the weekend. We'll see how the rest of the week plays out, but overall, still holding very strong at elevated levels, which is good to see. We'll see how the rest of the week plays out. Well done to the German apes, 32.25 euros, up 3.37%. Well done. So the battle lines have been drawn. $30 is obviously on the very low end. Lots of open interest on the put side, over 17,000, as you can see. Current price point between that 36, 37 range, you can certainly see lots of consolidation. 35 has about 13,000 puts in open interest at that level, and at the $40 strike level, there's 42,000. So that 37.50 heavy level of resistance is clearly to keep this from gamma squeezing, because if we cross 38 and get into the 39s and hold there, they'll likely start hedging for those calls and just drive the price up. So that is why there is such a level of resistance, I believe. Overall, you can see IWM, heavy sell-off in power hour, as you can see. Overall, most of the market did. Russell 2000 chart below bled off again very heavily, like most of the major indices. AMC, as you can see, had the nice little pump at the open. Usually gets shorted down as usual, and then we kind of hovered around the overall broader market, and certainly felt the effects during power hour of the broader market. We closed down 59 cents at 36.55, down basically 1.5%, down a few pennies after hours, no big deal. We got pulled down below VWAP, as you can see, for the better part. But if you look at the broader market of the Russell 2000, you certainly see the overall pattern AMC followed, which was to the broader market, obviously with lack of a catalyst. As I've said many times, it's just going to follow the ups and downs of the broader market without additional selling pressure or buying pressure. And you can see where the broader market sell-off certainly pulled AMC down with it. The good thing, even on a day like today, still top 10 on total volume. And one thing that popped up on Ortex today is an investor conference with a sell trigger. Again, I'm not putting a lot into it, but I just thought I would share it simply because of past history. Investor conference has a history after that of having some downward selling pressure. Again, just historical information. Ortex brought it up, so I thought I would share it. Looking at the 5-day, 5-minute chart, you can certainly see we have done nothing short of run upwards, which is very, very nice, very, very strong. And certainly there is a wall we have to break at 37.50. It is very clear. We pump above it. We get pulled back down below it. Heavy, heavy level of resistance, likely due to the options, just my opinion. So on the 1 hour, 1 month chart, you certainly see where that 37.50 has been a stubborn one. We've approached it several times, broke through it, get pulled right back down. Overall, there is a theme to this. We need to break it. It is the new $14 for those of you that have been in this more than a couple of months. You understand what that means. RSI is certainly kind of cooling off, which is a good thing, set for another run. A bit of a bearish crossover on the MACD. But again, you can see where we have approached that 37.50 area, been shot down a couple different times. Hopefully we don't get shorted back down into the low 30s. We really have two jobs for the remainder of the week. And job one is break 37.50. Job two is hold 35. Whatever that looks like to maintain our current channel, basically let's just call it 35 to 40. We need to maintain this new level of trading zone. And again, we'll break that 37.50 at the appropriate time, but certainly we need to hold 35 in my opinion. You can certainly see the RSI probably needs to cool off just a bit, but still with some room to run, and we are in a bullish MACD crossover on the 4-hour chart, which is nice. And guess who's back? Mr. Alligator. Good thing the green indicator line just crossed over the red, which is a bullish signal. Hopefully he will get hungry and start eating hedges before you know it. Overall, we have two jobs. Hold break 37.50 and hold 35. As you can see, without a doubt, we need to maintain our current trading channel. Breaking 37.50, no doubt, in my opinion, due to hedging, we'll be at 40 in no time, but maintaining 35 is equally as important. RSI has certainly got a lot of room to run. We are just approaching dead center on neutral on the daily chart, and we are in a bullish MACD crossover, which is very strong. And just a little reaffirmation on the weekly chart. It looks actually like we're making the turn to make a bullish uptrend. It's very nice to see, but it looks at minimum that we found some sort of support and a bottom on the weekly chart, and hopefully we can start a bullish run. As you can see, it took quite a bit of time for the RSI to cool off after that big run in early June. Obviously, there's a bearish crossover on the MACD. Hopefully, it will be a shallow one, and we can start a new uptrend. But overall, you can certainly see where there's hope and light at the end of the tunnel. And the alligator is just chilling, still in a somewhat bullish direction, but overall, certainly not bearish right now. So GME is just having really issues with volume. As you can see, it felt some heavy selling pressure at the opening bell. You can see the big gaps in the chart. There's just not a lot of volume. Certainly felt the broader market sell-off at power hour, as you can see. But overall, someone needs to call DFE or something and wake this stock up. It is overslept. So the average short positions, 46.21 days, certainly extending each and every day. It'll be interesting to see how long they're willing to hold on to these positions, especially with the bullish run that we're actually on. It'll be interesting to see when they start doing some covering. So as you can see, overall, there has been some shares return, which is why you see the kink downward. But overall, the general trend is still upward as a matter of short interest. So again, nothing fundamentally has overall changed. So looking at the Ortex data, you see where there's about 106 million shares on loan. There has been some returned. We've been trending around that 110 million. Cost to borrow about the same, about a 1.5%. Utilization still hovering around that very important 90%. We do need to get above 95 in my opinion. And we are a very high 17.86 short interest percent of free float. Again, they borrowed $1 million today, returned 2.5, which is why utilization has gone down and that trend down has gone down. And again, total volume has decreased today versus yesterday at 57 million, but that is as much about the broader market as it is AMC, in my opinion. And the institutional investors are certainly very high at 501 total. Short shares available according to Fintel, 1.2 million available at a borrow fee of 1.03. Options data much lower than yesterday of about 300,000. Overall, still very bullish, 2.2 to 1 from a sentiment standpoint, and you can see some larger trades on the calls deeper out in time. September 17th, $38 strike. So overall, still very bullish, but the overall volume throughout the broader market has been lower today in general, and AMC felt the effects of that. So let's close with a quote. It is never too late to be who you might have been. Everyone is kind of waiting, looking, wanting to invest in AMC, trying to make personal decisions. Overall, make those decisions what's best for you. So I want to thank you all for watching, and if you found this video informative and entertaining, please like, share, certainly comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It's a newer channel, and I'd appreciate the support. But as always, I hope your life is full of green candles. Take care. Talk to you soon.